Welcome back to Bay Area Focus, offering athletic programs, mentoring initiatives, and much more. Oakland PAL works hard to empower young people. Sergeant Mildred Oliver and Officer JuMaal Hill from Oakland PAL join me now. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
First of all, I love that both of you grew up in Oakland and now you're serving that community. You're serving a community you know very well.
Absolutely. Both Officer Hill and I went to elementary school in Oakland, middle school and high school in Oakland, and so it's very personal for us that we get the opportunity to serve our community.
Sure, that's great. And the point of PAL really, I mean, you want kids' first contact with police. You want it to be a positive one because that really shapes the relationship.
Yes, when
going further.
When kids have a negative first contact with police, they tend to believe some of the things that they're hearing from their friends or from their parents. But when it's a positive one, and later in life they have a negative contact, they have something to balance that against. They're saying, okay, well, yeah, I hear my friends say that the police are bad, or I hear that my parents say the police are bad, but all the police officers that I've known, the police officers at the PAL Center, the police officer at my school, they're okay. So they have a good and a bad, you know, they have a perspective of their own that they can take from a situation.
It seems like right now there's more of a disconnect than ever, and maybe it's because of YouTube and social media and things like that, and people just getting the word. But why?
Well, that's just it, because of some of the social media. But the good thing about it is they can talk to us personally and build that personal relationship with the officers. So it kind of helps bridge that gap.
Do you find it harder nowadays to do that, though?
Well, not necessarily, because we've been in this business for a while. PAL has been in Oakland for 33 years. So a lot of the kids now, their parents were PAL kids, either ran in the PAL track program. So they can say, wow, I remember when I was a kid, this program was there, and now those officers are still there providing services to my kids. And so once they see that, when they hear the word PAL and they see the officers and they see some of the same faces, they're saying, okay, well, if PAL is saying that it's okay, then maybe it's okay. And if Officer Hill is saying that something works and that we should consider looking at a situation this way, or Sergeant Oliver says that this is a good thing, then maybe, they have a connection to the police department.
Sure. And you're there to help.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about some of the programs. How about the GREAT program?
Okay, well, GREAT stands for Gang Resistance Education and Training, and it's kind of sort of like the old DARE program, but it's a newer initiative, and it's focusing on keeping kids from destructive behaviors. So we talk about a little bit about gangs, we talk about violence, we talk about staying away from drugs, and officers go into the elementary schools and middle schools, regular old officers in uniforms, they go into the schools and they reach out to the kids. They do lessons, we give them workbooks, we give them incentives for participation. We've been doing it for many years now, and the kids really love it. I always say I probably shouldn't be a great officer anymore, because some of the kids that I taught in elementary school are now applying to become police officers.
Oh my goodness.
But that's
good. You inspired them.
Exactly. It's great.
That's wonderful. We're looking at some of the pictures too from some of these events, and the kids, you were going to say, I mean, the kids.
I was just saying about the GREAT, and the best thing about it is the program is free. There's no charge to anyone, so it's a matter of the school reaching out to us, or us reaching out to the school for the GREAT program.
Yeah, that is great. How about some of the athletics programs?
Well, Officer Hill is the head coach of our award-winning basketball program.
Award-winning.
Award-winning.
It's impressive.
Well, we do have the basketball program, and it's from basically. We focus mainly on the elementary schools and the middle schools. We do have a high school team, but it's the main thing is just that constant interaction with the police officers, and we have great coaches who are volunteering, which help us out a lot, and we bring a lot to a lot of youth who may not be able to afford some of the more expensive things. So we do some of the traveling and all these different tournaments and events that we're able to participate in.
And quickly before you go, you also have summer events.
Absolutely,
summer programs.
Absolutely. During the summer months, we have a comprehensive all-day day camp, and then we also have an overnight camp in the Oakland Hills, where kids get their first experience of spending the night away from home at a camp.
Oh wow.
and it's wonderful.
Well, you are doing some great work, so thank you so much for coming on the show and telling us about it. And for more information on Oakland PAL's programs, just log on to oaklandpal.org. Again, that's oaklandpal.org. Looks like a lot of fun. That's it for this week. We'll be back with more Bay Area Focus next week. Have a great day.